Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. This is Dream Another Day Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for whoever needs to hear it. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Just take what does and leave the rest for somebody else. Also, please keep in mind that I use gender-neutral language as much as possible on my channel in order to make my readings more inclusive, so just place yourself where you fit, okay? If I do receive a specific message about specific gender dynamics or something relating to gender, I will channel that message though, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this reading. Thanks for being here. If you are a new viewer, please consider subscribing before you leave. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You are the ones who really help this channel grow and keep bringing me back. So please keep dropping me comments, liking the videos, sharing my videos with people who you think might resonate with them, etc. So let's go ahead and get into this message. Thank you so much, Spirit, for divine messages and guidance. We are deeply grateful, and we know we couldn't do this without you. To please help guide the collective spirit for their highest good, and please bless us and protect us as we move forward into this reading. Okay. I'm trying to think. I had some really interesting dreams last night, but I'm having a hard time piecing them together this morning, so I guess I'm not supposed to share them too. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. Thank you, Spirit. Have any messages for the collective? Wow. Justice coming out. Wow. Okay, something's definitely going to be cleared away that has been kind of taking up space in like your heart or your mind. I'm getting here with this sword and the sun here. It's almost like this divine justice is really related to your inner being and actually setting you free from anything that's been holding you down. It's almost like, so imagine that you have two heavy bags or something. It's like you've been teetering trying to carry these heavy bags, which is like, you know, guilt, shame, remorse, resentment, pain, etc., right? And so you've been carrying this baggage, so to speak, and this is like cutting this, like, so imagine you're like carrying them like on a staff or something, I don't know, and then all of a sudden it's like cut right down the middle, you drop it, right? So, I mean, that's just the imagery I'm getting. So it's like, I feel like the justice is really actually setting you free from the pain of the past. Wow, and look at that, Six of Swords, moving away from choppy waters to calmer shores, okay? Making a journey, traveling light, I'm hearing. Traveling light. Okay. Three of Cups, celebration, gratitude. This is about joy and togetherness, right? So I always think about the Three of Cups too. It always reminds me of the springtime, especially in this deck. So it's kind of like we're coming into spring and I feel like things are lightening up. You're lightening your load. You've definitely cut through some type of heavy burden here. And you're clearing the way for celebration and joy. It's almost like you're gonna be really happy once this happens. I can't even make this stuff up. Nine of Cups, total emotional satisfaction. Like I can't even make this stuff up, guys. Happiness. Wow. Two of Cups. Okay, there might even be some romance on the table, okay? This is great. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Any other messages? Okay, Spirit's telling me to switch decks. Okay. Wow, look at that. As soon as I split the deck, Nine of Cups. Wow. Okay, so this really is. It's about emotional satisfaction, having everything you need, being emotionally fulfilled, grateful, joyful. And it's all stemming from this justice, some type of divine justice here. Dropped a couple of cards here. Knight of Cups and the Seven of Swords in reverse. I'm gonna grab this card real quick, guys. Okay, Seven of Cups coming out in the reverse. The way that I'm interpreting this is that, okay, so if you have been under a certain level of like confusion, I'll say, confusion and illusion here with the Seven of Cups, I feel like that is being cleared away as well. There's some kind of like, I don't know, Spirit's saying it's like could be a defining moment, or it could have been a series of moments leading up to this kind of like final break. Like this, it's almost like a breakthrough or an epiphany, or like something happens. It's like something happens that is just like, it's karmic justice, divine justice coming into your life in some way that's going to like set you on this path towards joy and gratitude. And you're not going to have to like juggle or make decisions between like all these options. You're going to be like, this is the option. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And with the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Swords in reverse, it's like, this is kind of feeling like an honest person coming into your life, because Seven of Swords represents deception, right? So that coming out in the reverse is, this is someone who's not deceptive, somebody who's very loving, generous, you know? Yeah, it's like, I'm just gonna pull some more cards. Thank you, Spirit. I'm getting this message of like, this is like a tapestry you've been weaving for some time. So it's like you hit some kind of, I'm like having a hard time with words right now. It's like, I feel like this is going to be an internal shift, but I feel like I said, you have been building a foundation. Like, let me just get the words out. You have been building the foundation for these changes to happen. And it's like, you basically like, it's so funny. I'm getting so many messages, but like, look how behind the Nine of Cups, you see how there's like this tassel, this rope here. And then you have all this tapestry woven in the back. It's almost like you pull the curtains back, if that makes sense. It's almost like you pull the rope, you know what I mean? That you've woven the rope and the curtains, you know what I mean? And now you pull the rope and you reveal, you know what I mean? You let the light in. It's almost like that. I don't know. You've been doing something behind the scenes though, that's for sure. Okay, give me one moment, guys. Okay, let's pull from the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Also, please keep in mind these readings are 18 plus, so I curse, I talk about whatever comes up, you know what I mean? Sometimes it gets sexual, so just keep it in mind. Please vacate the premises if you are a minor. Okay, so there's definitely like, there's an air of romance underneath things. Like, I can feel that, especially with this Knight of Cups coming in, and we saw the Two of Cups earlier, so it's kind of like, be a part of it. Okay, we're getting Death coming out in the reverse. It's almost like, whatever it is that you are creating, or whatever it is that you have created within yourself, this sense of joy and happiness and balance, it's almost like your soul has reached a level of maturity and depth that will never die. That's what I'm hearing here. Like, your spirit will live on at this point. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's the message. So good job if that's what you were trying to do. I mean, this is like, we talk about like spiritual enlightenment. And the purpose of spiritual enlightenment is in order to attain a level of spiritual oneness, to be able to transcend the physical world into the astral realm, right? That's like, I mean, to literally put it as simply as possible. And like, really that concept is not like far-fetched, and it's not even like, you know, specific to one religion. It's like, that's pretty much like universal across all religions, really. But particularly in, you know, Buddhism, the idea is to become enlightened so that in the spirit realm you can, you know, I mean, you can decide what you want to do with that, but a lot of people decide to help others reach enlightenment as well, so that they're no longer trapped, right? Basically, spiritually trapped. What I'm getting here is that you have reached some level of spiritual maturity that is going to enable you to pursue enlightenment. Okay. Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords, the way I interpret this card, especially in this deck, is kind of like taking things too far is what I'm getting. So like the Knight of Swords is all about being like impulsive with your words, right? So it's about being harsh with your words. So I'm getting that you want to be careful what you wish for is what I'm hearing. Careful what you wish for. Because you just might get it. Especially if you're like getting good at manifesting things, bish, you need to be careful then. You don't want to manifest bad things. Look at that, Knight of Cups. So, okay, so here's the thing. You definitely would prefer, I mean, I'm just saying that you should definitely try and manifest a Knight of Cups over a Knight of Swords, for sure. If I had to pick any of the Knights, it would probably be the Knight of Cups, because Knight of Wands, in and out, you know what I mean? Fuckboy energy, excuse my language. Knight of Swords, yeah, a little bit harsh with their words. We've got the King of Swords here. King of Swords can be pretty harsh with their words as well, but at least they're king, so they know what the things they say is, it's truthful. Sometimes the truth hurts, but at least it's honest. The Knight of Swords, however, can just say things that are really hurtful. And the Knight of Pentacles, way too slow. Okay, it takes forever to make anything happen. Okay, we've got the Wheel coming out in reverse. So it's almost like that too. It's like just as much as things can spin in a good direction, they can spin in a different direction too. So it's all about your energy, like at the end of the day. This is like what I'm getting here. At the end of the day, it's all about your energy. Ace of Cups, wow. I mean, I feel like Spirit is saying like, you can have it all, basically. Wow. And then you've got the Star at the bottom of the deck. You can have it all. Healing, connection with Spirit, connection with others, a fulfilling romantic relationship, abundance, emotional satisfaction, joy, friendship. I mean, I'm seeing it all on the table here. The Wheel is in spin, so it's kind of like anything can happen. Look at that, Seven of Swords coming out in the upright now. Anything can happen. So it's almost like you have to stick true with your integrity, okay? You have to stay true to yourself and your own integrity and not allow other people. You've got the Lovers in reverse here. Yeah, don't let people play you is what I'm getting here. People want to be dishonest. Okay. Look at that, Two of Wands. Maybe there's some conversations that need to be had, but the Two of Wands is really talking about like potential, right? That's the way I look at Two of Wands in all decks. But in this deck, it's kind of like there's potential between you and somebody else. And I think there's going to be like chemistry. And so you might like have some discussions with this person, you know? There's definitely some chemistry here. So we got the Eight of Swords coming out in reverse. The Eight of Swords talks about being stuck, okay? So coming out in the reverse, especially when it comes to any type of romantic connection, is really saying that you're not stuck with anybody, you know? You should never feel stuck in a connection with somebody, and somebody should never feel stuck in a connection with you. So what really you need to focus on is enjoying the moment, enjoying yourself, staying in a place of joy and gratitude. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. So you need to kind of like try and control your mind a little bit more, especially dispelling illusion with the Seven of Cups in reverse over here. You don't want to get stuck into the idea of dreaming about things going badly. Like I said, you may be a little bit like somebody may be being dishonest with you potentially, and you're kind of like, you know, like here's the way I look at the Seven of Swords in this deck too. Do you see how this person over here on this side, they're all ashamed and guilty and hiding, turning their back away. This person, they're looking out the window here. You know what I mean? They're looking at the beauty and the abundance because you've got this pinnacle and flowers and a horse outside and the sun is shining, right? This person is like, okay, well, if that's the way that you're going to be, then so be it. You know, I'm going to continue to look for the good in life. You know what I mean? And look at the beautiful things. Whereas this person may be feeling a lot of guilt and shame because they're being dishonest with you or they're turning their back to you and it's making them feel like really down. And you're kind of like, Well, I'm not worried about it because I'm not stuck. You know what I mean? There's potential for other things in my future. And as long as I stay grateful and optimistic and focus on my inner joy and my inner balance, and I keep control of my thoughts, basically, don't let them run wild from me and kind of create like all these negative scenarios in my head, because the wheel's still in spin. I don't want to impact that, you know? I want to be moving in a good, positive direction, in a healing direction, you know, and staying in touch with spirit, basically. So that's what I'm getting. I'm just trying to think, what should I do next? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pull some more cards. If you are enjoying the video, please do like the video. Please do drop me a comment, let me know, etc., etc. Really appreciate it. It really does help my channel grow. And if you are interested, I do have donation links down in my bio, in the description of this video, excuse me. So if you're interested in dropping me a donation, it really does help. So please feel free. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull some more cards here. And let's see if we can focus in on a message. So how can we control our thoughts to not produce a negative outcome? How about that? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So stop trying to do it alone was the pretty quick message that I got. Stop trying to do it alone because you're blocking your blessing with the Two of Cups in reverse. Wow. Stop trying to do it alone. And let go of the past, because the past is the burden that is what has basically, I feel like, been weighing you down, preventing you from reaching these levels, right, in your life. So something's going to happen that's going to cut it out. Wow, look at that. 10 of Pentacles and the Emperor in reverse. So it's almost like, whenever I see the Emperor in reverse, my first thought is relinquishing control. Okay, relinquishing control. And this is coming out and I put it down next to the Knight of Swords. And the way that I build the reading also, if you could see it, you know, it plays into each other, all the cards that come out. So what I'm seeing is that if you don't try and control things, okay, you're trying to control your thoughts and your mouth, okay, but you're not trying to control things with your mouth, right? If that makes sense, okay? Because the Knight of Swords is all about communication, intellectualism, right? If you relinquish control, I feel like you're going to get everything that you want, everything that you need. That's what I'm getting here. There's some like budding potential here. It could be like budding potential like in your life. Look at that. 6 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords in reverse. That's really talking about generosity and an end to anxiety, an end to worry. Look at that. 8 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. When you walk away from things that aren't serving you anymore, you walk right into this love, right? It's beautiful. Yeah, I feel like there's something coming in that's going to kind of like, it's going to be some type of karmic justice for you that's going to clear out the past and welcome in the future, basically, is what I'm getting. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Spirit wanted me to read that to you guys. So maybe that's what it's talking about too, is getting realigned with the feeling of love. And that will help you move in a better direction. Oh, you're going to receive some kind of type of gift though, is what I'm getting here. And it's so funny because I've had a really hard time getting words out in this reading, which is kind of like abnormal for me. So I think that might be part of it, you know, being able to speak your truth. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Wow. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Now, this is really, really a sweet message, because this idea of relinquishing control, I feel like, is directly tied to faith. Faith that you will get what it is that you deserve. And that is going to create more peace within you. And you're going to realize, like, I don't have to stress. I don't have to worry. It's all coming. I can walk away from these things because there are better things around the corner for me. So I don't have to hold on to anything. I'm not stuck in anything. So then that's going to prevent you from being harsh with your words too about certain situations. Because if you feel like there's people who are turning their back on you and being dishonest and not communicating, then you're going to kind of be like, well, if you think that you need those people, then you may come in with some harsh communication and be like, hey, what's the problem? What's the deal? You know what I mean? And that, I feel like, is not going to work out in your favor. And so you're better off walking away from it, walking away from these people, situations. It could be a job, whatever, walking away from it towards what you know you deserve, and have faith that it's there for you. Have faith that it exists, okay? And focus on being happy within yourself, and then you're not going to be stuck on anything. And I'm telling you, I feel like Spirit's saying you've woven the tapestry now, okay? Hold on a sec. Yeah, that's pretty beautiful. Okay, this is the one. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Which again brings us back to the very first card that came out, the Justice card. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. So, okay, here's something that I always like want to say to you guys, but sometimes it doesn't come through. So I am literally just doing what Spirit is guiding me to do, right? Spirit guides me to do these readings. This is why I do it. Because if I ignore those intuitive nudges, then I get anxiety and I feel like I'm not living my truth, I'm not living my purpose. And Spirit has pushed me out into the spotlight because that's, I guess, just what I'm supposed to do. It's part of what I'm supposed to do, whether I like it or not. Okay, guys, like, I'm just letting you know, like, yes, I do enjoy doing what I feel like I should do to a certain degree, but I'm hesitant to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't come out here and I'm not just like, everybody listen to me because I know what I'm talking about. It's more like, I want to help you feel empowered enough to recognize that you don't need me, okay? The point of me doing this is Spirit is literally pushing me to do it, okay? And it's been a lifelong struggle of me resisting my gifts and resisting what I'm supposed to be doing because I feel, you know, unworthy of it, right? So I'm over that now. Now I'm in the stages of, you know what I mean, getting more confident, okay, in what it is that I already know within me, but then sharing it with other people, bringing it out into the light is a whole nother story, okay? And some of you out there might relate with that. So the love of the universe is your primary teacher, okay? That is the one that you have the closest access to at all times, okay? Just want you to know that the love of the universe is within you. It is you, basically, but sometimes we can feel separated from it. And the point is that you are your own guru, okay? You are your own teacher. And I am just a messenger. You know what I mean? I am here to remind you, right? Not to give you the gift. It's like you already have the ability to connect with Spirit on that level. You already have the ability to connect to the love of the universe. And I'm just here to point you in that direction, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And like all the beautiful people who've helped point me in that direction to get to the point where I'm at now, you know? So the point is that I'm just saying that we're equals in that way, you know? We're all at different places in our journey, and that's okay. But what I'm saying is that my philosophy is to reconnect, to put, what's the word? To point out the light. Does that make sense? My purpose, my methodology is to point out the light, and then you move in that direction. You know what I mean? Encourage you to move in that direction, because I feel like that's where joy is, that's where peace is, and love is, and those are the things that we want to be living in. We want to be living in that energy, you know, and it's not to say that all these other things don't exist, you know. We don't want to be delusional, right? But we want that to be our baseline, right? And so then when we do have to, you know, step up and use aggression, or we need to defend ourselves or defend others or work really hard, we can do that from a baseline of love, and that's what drives us. You know what I mean? So if we are trying to make our community better, or if we're trying to help others, right? Or we're trying to stop injustice, we can do that coming from a place of love, because that's what is empowering us to make decisions. We can say, you know, I love my community, so I want to help make it better. I love the planet, so I want to, you know, encourage people to live more sustainably, right? We love ourselves, and so we want to protect ourselves, right? But we love ourselves enough where that we want to open ourselves up to connection, because we know that that's important too, right? So I guess that's just what I'm saying is that we want to operate from a baseline of being connected to the light, connected to spirit, connected to love, right? And then, you know, we can assist one another to get back into connection. But here's the thing, is that the point is that I want to encourage you to become your own teacher, to become your own guru, right? So anyway, thank you, Spirit. Any closing messages? Thank you, Spirit. Any closing messages for the collective? My home is my castle. That came out last time too. So I'm getting a couple messages for this card in this reading. And what I think is amazing about tarot is that the cards, their meaning changes depending on the reading. So it's not always, you know, the same exact message for each card every time. It's like they come out in conjunction and the message is different. So what I'm getting from this too is that you maybe have created a very like warm, comfortable, loving home, right, for yourself. But do you see how there's just one tower in her hand with all these birds circling around it, and then here's the rest of the tower, like this is the castle, right, the kingdom, and then here's the castle. You may have separated yourself out and kind of isolated yourself to a certain degree. And with the Three of Cups coming out with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which is how they came out on the table, you know, this is talking about don't do things on your own. Don't be afraid to connect with other people, okay? You may have isolated yourself in your home, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's time for you to come back into connection with the kingdom, right? Which is your community. You know, yeah, you may have been kind of in the fog and the darkness to a certain degree, like out on this ledge, right? Like on your own. And, you know, and here is the home, you know, I'm even getting like the mother, right? The earth. So it's kind of like, maybe it's time for you to reconnect with your community, reconnect with nature, you know. It's springtime, all these flowers are blooming, and, you know, depending on where you are, but, you know, maybe it's time to get outside and have fun with friends, you know, reconnect, make new friends, who knows. Yeah, but that's what I got for you guys. Love is on the horizon, especially within you, so just connect with that idea, and, you know, make whatever changes you need to make, guys. You know in your heart what you need to do. It may just be hard because you may be scared. So instead of focusing on what makes you afraid and what you're confused about and what you don't know, focus on faith, focus on joy, and focus on love, you know, and these feelings of peace and balance within you. And I know it sounds cliche, but there's a reason why it's cliche, you know, because it's true. Okay, because it's important, and that's why you hear us say it over and over again, right? When I say us, I mean your community, right? Your spiritual community. So I love you guys. Have faith. Everything's gonna work out. You know, you have the power to get yourself into alignment to receive, basically. That's what I'm getting. So all right, I'm gonna end the reading here, but thank you so much for being here. If you did like the message, please do let me know. Drop me a comment, like the video, hit those buttons. That's pretty much, that's the only way to grow a channel on YouTube, so please do help me out with that. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you all again in the next one. And subscribe if you haven't already, okay? All right, thanks guys.